pop those in while you're in there. Why don't you do like an Estes method? Like blindfold yourself, and use those amplified headphones, and you can sit in a jail cell. Yeah. We're gonna stick Zach in a jail cell. We're actually on our way to Blackford County Jail in Indiana. We're meeting with a good friend of mine from Helping Hands Paranormal. So when we get there, she's gonna give us a tour of the place so that you guys know a little bit of history about it. I know that the place is pretty old. They call it the old Blackford County Jail. Host Ghost has been wanting to investigate this place for a while, and we're finally investigating it. But yeah, we're gonna stick Zach in a jail cell. We're gonna do the Estes method. We're gonna blindfold him, but he's using these amplified earphones that amplifies the sound around him. So I'm kind of curious to see what he finds out. So I'm gonna stick a camera in there on a tripod to record the occurrences that are in there. It's gonna be cool. That's gonna be cool to see. But yeah, we're on our way there now. It's all country road from here on. Rocking back. But not just that, we might even go to the Speakeasy, which is a couple blocks down the street, and do a brief investigation there, kinda. I think that'd be cool. I don't know, we'll see if we have time. But right now our main goal is to investigate Blackford County. We're gonna go there, investigate Blackford County Jail, and see what happens there. You know, there's been a lot of claims of paranormal activity that's occurred there. I mean, I've heard stories about people being levitated, scratched, all kinds of stuff in there. No, I'm not saying it's all evil, but I am saying that it is haunted. Maybe they might have said something that may have been offensive to these spirits. Who knows, but we're definitely gonna find out tonight. It's me, Zach, and Brooke. Brooke.
What's up?
Are you excited about tonight?
I am.
I'm sticking her in a jail cell by herself too.
Gonna be on lockdown.
And I'm locking the door. Oh, well, I'm gonna see if she'll let me lock you guys in. That'd be cool. That'd be dope. But yeah, we're on our way there. When we get there, we're gonna showcase you guys the place, give you guys the tour, the whole 9 yards. Now this place is in Hartford City, Indiana. So if you guys want to check this out, get on Helping Hands Paranormal's page, reach out to her, let her know, and go from there. But she's got open dates available. She does tours there, overnight investigations. So if you guys are interested, like I said, reach out to Helping Hands Paranormal. I posted a link to her page and our Facebook page on the Host Ghost page. So get on there, show her some love if you're interested. She also does other locations such as Stone Mansion and Randolph County Infirmary. So if you guys are interested in these locations, like I said, get on the Host Ghost page. There's a link posted on my page to her page. Get on there, message her, and go from there. We made it. Felt like forever that drive, but we made it. We are officially here at Blackford County Jail in Hartford City, Indiana. So I found this little door right here. and it's like, it's solid. But this is, I think, used to be like a, where they made like all the maintenance stuff was. But man, this place is old. I'm standing outside the building and I'm feeling charged with some energy and stuff. This place is pretty daunting when you pull up on it. Just think, back in the day, people would call this place home. So it says up there on the top, built in 1879. Can you imagine? Some people spent years, months, weeks, days inside of this building here, locked in a small cell. Some misdemeanors, some for homicides. One thing we can say is we can't help but think what went through their minds when they were here. Truly isolation and confinement here. I mean, 1879 was a rough time too. And sometimes I like to sit here and just feel we're getting ready to meet with Melissa to do our interview and our tour and showcase the place. And then we're gonna start our lockdown tonight. So we made it inside of Blackford County Jail. Me and Zach already did like a walk through this place, but now we're gonna walk you guys through it and let you guys see what we're gonna be investigating. We're in the kitchen area. This is where, so this place here, I believe, I'm not sure yet because Melissa's not here, but I believe that it was an actual jail, but I also believe that the warden stayed here at the same time. So it was like a jail / residence. But this is the kitchen area. Should be a light switch in here somewhere. I think it's these. This is a kind of like a dining room area. We've got pictures of old Blackford back in the day. And since we got here, guys, it's been like, it's crazy active. Brooke already heard.
Did you open this door?
I did not. We shut that.
Yeah, I know.
All right, guys, so me and Zach sat in here. Now, I don't have video proof to back this up, but Zach was sitting here, I was sitting here, and we for sure shut this door, and it's cracked. Now, you guys can take my word for it. I don't have video to back this up, but we did shut this door. Now, this is a staircase. It takes us all the way upstairs towards the warden's area, the warden's room, I believe. Now, when I tell you we've been hearing stuff, like we've legitimately been hearing things since we got here. We got old paintings. For some reason, I've been feeling like a dark energy in this area here. There we go. This is one of the bedrooms. Now, like I said, when me and Zach first came up here, I'm telling you, as soon as I got to actually at the bottom of the stairs, I felt something. But when you come upstairs, it does feel kind of dark up here. Like a dark energy. So like, we came up in this area here, didn't really feel much up in here. This is just another room. It's what, every time we walk across this floor, listen. That's odd. Never mind. I thought it was because we walked on the floor. I'm telling you, this place has some energy to it. Brooke already had an experience here. She was actually freshening up for tonight's investigation, getting ready to be on camera and stuff. And she heard what sounded like a loud bang, and then somebody say mother effer. I'm not gonna say the cuss word, but heard somebody use a curse word saying mother effer. This area here, it looks to be like an office. Like I said, we're waiting on Melissa to get here. As soon as she gets here, she's gonna give us a rundown on the place. We just wanted to showcase this place to you guys and let you guys see what we're looking at night. We got like the old microphones that they would use to make announcements or dispatch, etc. We got famous people that's been here. Lots of cool stuff. So this is where people would come. They would badge in employees with this button and stuff. And then this is where they would, sign in, etc. Sit here at the, the little thing talking through the secretary or dispatch or whoever was in this office. Staircase that leads up to 2 bedrooms also. This looks to me like a little dispatch area. So somebody had to have worked here to check people in or keep an eye on inmates, switching off security guards, etc. We got like old tape players and stuff. I like that though. Let me see that flashlight. I'm a big fan of Disney, so if you know what this is, then you're awesome. Your childhood rocked. All right, guys. So these are the cells. Now, mind you, when me and Zach were in here, inside the actual cells itself, we were hearing, we weren't hearing anything, but we were definitely feeling something. This is, I believe, solitary confinement because it's separated from the other cells. Oh my God, dude. Just imagine. Imagine what these people would have went through mentally, bro. Just being in here, locked in a cell all day, all night.
With polished steel as a mirror.
Polished steel as a mirror, and a sink in the toilet, all in one.
Shit, we wash your hands.
I mean, whoever would have been in there would have been able to communicate with whoever's out and about in these other cells, but just to be isolated, now that would suck.
Well, if you think about it, they're all pretty isolated. Because
So,
on the inside, they're sliding doors.
this basically goes all the way around, and then that's it. It doesn't lead anywhere. It just takes us on the other side of the cell on that side, and then it just runs into a dead end. But I believe this is where people or guards would come to talk to them, or visitors would come, stuff like that. Now, to get into the actual cells, we have to this is what I'm gonna start calling the bird cage. So this thing rotates all the way around. And that is how you get in and out. And now we're actually in the cells, but that rotates all the way around. And these are the cells where people would have slept, and then their cell doors would have been shut, which would be these.
It takes a good effort.
Yeah, well, it's heavy. All of this is heavy. Man, breaking out of this jail would have been very difficult. But it comes all the way down. They sealed this up, but this used to slide open and close. This leads to solitary confinement. Here's another cell at the end of the hall.
I think this is a shower area.
Well, yeah, where they would have showered. But the last, like I said, when we first got here, me and Zach was feeling like some kind of energy in here. But I am not moving that door again, so we're walking all the way around. Brooke already had an experience. Again, this was all during our setup here for filming tonight.
That was me.
she heard what sounded like a loud bang, and then, like I said, somebody called her a mother effer. Me and Zach had spooky energy upstairs on that one side. Now, when we took you guys upstairs the last time, it was through this way and then through that door and up the stairs. Like I said, guys, this place seems like it's gonna be pretty promising. I know I'm ready, I'm pumped. Zach's ready, he's pumped. We're also gonna try to check out the attic area. And before we start our investigation, I wanna go down to the basement area and look around down there real quick, show you guys around downstairs in the basement area, which is over this way. Brooke, would you like to go down to the basement area with us?
Yeah, I haven't even started exploring yet.
I need a flashlight, actually. I don't know if there's a lighting down here. Oh yeah. Yeah, there is. So this is the basement area, guys. God, man, I've seen Texas Chainsaw too many times, so it feels like when I'm coming down the stairs, he's gonna come out and beat us up. So this is the basement area, guys. Zach said something about he thinks there's more jail cells down here. So whoever's down here, don't hold back. We want you guys to respectfully show us that you're here. Manifest yourselves. Let us know that you're here. Communicate with us. Anything that you guys want to say to people, or let them know what you're going through, or if you're okay, or are you at peace. We come with peace, love, and prosperity for you. We're here just to figure out if you're at peace. We're here to figure out if you need help, and we're also here to try to learn your story and find out what it is you've been through. Is there something bad here? I don't know why I just said that. I really do feel like there's something bad here that just keeps the other spirits here.
That corner freaks me out.
There's something about that corner. And it looks like there's other cells.
Can you light this up to the corner again? Okay, let's just make sure that was like wide.
For some reason, this feels spooky.
Yeah, this is fucking freaky. Oh shit.
What?
Shackles from the ceiling.
So people were actually locked up down here. So it looks like I found an area where Zach is gonna basically be by himself. Wow. So this goes all the way down. I don't know if people were actually locked up down here. Let me see that light real quick.
Had to be.
Yeah, I bet you this was a cell. It's shaped just like the one upstairs. I bet you at one time this down here was like a part of the jail. And those, Brooke, I believe they would tighten those down.
Yeah, we don't have a key, so don't trap yourself.
Let me see.
That's why I didn't tighten.
I wonder if we get through there this way.
Yeah, pretty sure you can.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Watch your head.
Yep.
Brooke, watch your head. You coming in here?
It looks like a tight squeeze. Let me know what's back there.
You don't want to get in here? You feel something bad?
Not necessarily yet. I just don't know how much space there is, so I'm waiting for you guys to get through a little bit.
Guys, this is like... Did you make it in? Brooke, are you coming in or no?
Yeah, she is.
Okay. Now what's on the other side of this? Holy crap.
Okay, I don't like that.
What?
That little spot right there.
What, in here?
Hold on a minute.
Something with this wall right here. There's like a hole or something?
Yeah, it shoots all the way through, I believe. Dude, something down here don't feel right. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's pretty dark. I don't know what that area is.
My songs know what you did in the
And that's a dead end.
Yeah, at least that opening.
Damn, dude. Brooke's like, I don't like walking in the back.
I just don't like walking in the dark.
Here, I'll lead the way out if you guys want. I got the light.
I don't care if it's the back, just as long as I know where I'm going.
Can you see? Guys,
My big ass is in the way.
I think down here would be great for a spirit box. Down there was... That leads to outside. There's like a metal grating. Yeah, he stuck that on there.
Mm-hmm.
But if you open it, it's just a screen with airflow.
Okay.
This area feels like dead animals for some reason.
It smells like it too. Something probably died down here. But all right, guys. Melissa's on her way here. As soon as she gets here, we're gonna give you guys a history tour. She's gonna tell us a lot about the claims, the actual stories that happened here, the warden himself, different deaths that happened in here. And yeah, as soon as she gets here, we're gonna go ahead and do all that. It's gonna be, I feel like tonight's gonna be crazy. Like I said, guys, I mean, even coming outside, whole totally different atmosphere than actually being in there. And it's a decent town. The folks here seem pretty nice. I mean, we had that one guy stop us, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And he was like,
me out.
yeah, well, Zach was wearing these amplified earbuds that amplifies sound around you, and he's like, hey, and Zach's like, whoa. But yeah, he stopped us and he's like, you guys are actually staying the night in there? And we're like, yeah, that's what we do. But I wanted to show you guys too. This place is nice, man. Nice people.
You have to take a picture of us on the stairs.
Oh, we definitely will. We're gonna take our, you know, that'd be our thumbnail for the video actually. But yeah, this town here, I mean, as soon as we got here, like I said, we had a good encounter with a man that pulled up over here. And the people seem really nice here. But this whole town, literally like the whole town, is nothing but historic buildings. I think the only thing modern here would be that like the apartments over there. But this whole strip right here, like this whole strip, is nothing but historic buildings. Like all these buildings are old. And we're gonna be staying the night here tonight, locked in Blackford County Jail. Man, this place is amazing. Do you think it's gonna top Waverly Hills?
Just gotta feel it out.
Zach got a great shot of the building. But like I said though, guys, if you're interested in investigating this place, contact Helping Hands Paranormal. The link is posted in the Host Ghost page. You guys click on that, PM her, and go from there. It is definitely worth it. I'm satisfied with it so far. We've got here. Brooke had an experience. Me and Zach has been feeling different kinds of energy.
I honestly thought one of you guys tripped or something and said that.
Now what's weird is me and Zach were upstairs and we didn't hear anything.
Yeah, I honestly thought one of you guys said that.
Nope. Me and Zach were upstairs, but we were on the other side.
That was weird.
Definitely weird. But like I said though, guys, anyway, back at it. We're waiting on Melissa to get here. As soon as she gets here, we're gonna do our history tour with her and our interview and stuff like that. And then we're starting our lockdown.
There is a spirit upstairs that I talked to his wife, and he doesn't like that I'm a strong female, so we have our issues.
Right.
But this is one.
Oh wow, behind you, that's crazy.
Get off my neck, wench. But anyway.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's...
Oh, damn.
That is wicked, actually, because you could see the arm and everything.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. Yep. Yeah, that one's
I
pretty
feel like
weird.
you wouldn't like me too
This
much
one
either,
is
then.
in the mirror upstairs. It's clearly, that's me, but it's very clearly not my face.
That's weird too.
I know, right? It's just strange. Like, what the fuck? Just a house of weirdness. This is one of their cats. Their cats lives here, and it was really interested in the basement door, so I kept taking pictures. But what the fuck is that?
Hey, what did I tell you about the basement and animals?
It's weird though.
Yeah, well, you did mention that. That's weird. Because she walked down there and she goes, I feel like this was like a bunch of animals or something.
This area feels like dead animals for some reason.
It smells like it too.
And it was with Rob, but you can hear it very clear. You don't even have to get close. Just wait.
Come on, guys. Come on. Come on, puppies.
What? Dude, you can hear like faintly in the background like a bark and then the nails scurrying across the floor.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, what the fuck?
You can hear Rob. Well, Rob's a dog owner. He's got, I think, what, 2 dogs?
Yeah, and actually it's funny because his one, I raised money to put to sleep, and then the next week when we did the Bella Louisville, I brought him a puppy. So.
Nice. Shout out to Other Side Paranormal, by the way.
This section was matron and sheriff section. She cooked for everybody. So
Okay.
All her family as well as all the inmates. At the height of Hartford City, there was 51 jails, 51 bars in town, and they legally all had to be above, so they all had to be up high. So many of the buildings in town are a story and a half, so that they could meet that requirement and have more bars up top. So at the height of this jail, they said they comfortably held 101 people.
Wow.
So like how is that even
Wow,
possible?
yeah.
How is that
Yeah.
possible? Exactly.
So it must have been really crowded in there then.
That sounds really cramped, yeah.
And that's a lot of the very first time I was here. Dan and Rich lived here still. I came in and I was by myself. I came in, they left, all the lights went out. I'd never been here. I didn't have my stuff in. None of the lights would come on. All the power was lost. Insane. So I had a recorder in the jail cells, and when I listened to it at home, it sounded like a crowded cafeteria. Like it just was a ton of men's voices, but I was the only one here. So the crowdedness you hear in EVPs. So it shut down in '95. Before that, the state came in and said they needed interrogation rooms because above us was female cells. But they took the female cells out so that they could do interrogation room and meet code.
Okay.
Also, your exercise yard is like that. And that wasn't legal.
That's all they had was just that little area out there?
Yes.
Wow.
So yeah, that's obviously not okay either. So they shut down in '95, and then the owner's brother, Rich, was a police officer for this jail. So he tells awesome stories. I'll tell some throughout, but he then they owned it and lived here. They own it now, but they lived here for a long time. So yeah, well, it's up to you. You want to do jail part first or residence first? You pick.
We'll do jail. We can just go in order.
Okay. There's a jail in Nebraska. It has the whole entire thing rotates. We're one of 3 in the country that still has a turnstile that works.
Right.
Watch your fingers.
All right. Let me squeeze through here. Yeah, I think there's room. Brooke's like, why am I the last one out?
She seems really brave to me.
She is brave.
Okay, so normally it wasn't extreme circumstances like murders and stuff But John Dillinger was in fact here for a while, for sure, like that's documented. Also, there is a woman, I'm gonna try to find, there is a woman that like murdered her stepdaughter and stuff that was in the women's cells.
And that's upstairs?
Newer information that we got. Jail in which a Mrs. Krause was a prisoner at, so that was her name. Let's see. She was given a pardon, but she admitted to the fact that she had poisoned her stepdaughter.
Oh, wow.
So she's upstairs. Here I have the whole article. I'll send you about it because if you talk about it upstairs, she usually answers.
Okay.
That cell is the only cell that I have an immense amount of trouble sleeping in. One person on my tour, one time, everybody had laid down. All of a sudden I heard like a weird muffled noise and then a loud scream, and I guess she had felt like her mouth was covered, and then it wasn't, so that's why it sounded
See,
like that.
now it's weird that you say that because we came in here for a preliminary investigation before you got here. And I was standing over here. Zach was behind me. I was standing like this, and I had ghost tube up. And all of a sudden it like started beeping like crazy when, you know how like you hold your hand over it? And then a voice came through and said, to your left. And I turned to my left like this, and it was just nothing but chills towards this cell here we were just drawn
That one I
to.
have more trouble with. This one gets a lot of activity for me, but not in the way, like that one, I don't like.
So you say this one's more of a negative
Yes,
interaction?
very much so. I mean, I'll deal with it, but so many things have been thrown at people that I had in there, like batteries that came out of nowhere, or stuff like that. So yeah, that sounds in jail for battery. Worse. What?
She busted a joke saying maybe they were here for battery.
Oh, could be. That was good. That was a good one. That's very punny. The other thing that I like to mention in here is just that they were able to, there was like a TV that they had up over here, so they were able to like watch TV and have like out time. It wasn't completely as structured and mean as you might think it was. It was a little bit looser. The matron would put food through here, so I get a lot of that goes into the kitchen, so I get activity there. If I put a flashlight up here, I'll get stuff. We'll go out there now, but this is the sheriff's walk or guard's walk. When my husband takes like a bully stick and he grinds it like against it, we get.
Oh, to try to like trigger it?
Yep. This was the shower, just when you come in, you'll see.
See, Zach, you were right. This is the shower room.
Watch this. A lot of times, watch this on the floor. It's kind of.
Yeah.
I put flashlights here usually.
I might stick a REM pod there.
Yep, perfect. All right, past this cell, go all the way past it so I can open it.
So what is this?
This one was the drunk tank.
Oh, for detox.
And I get, it's really interesting. So when I sleep in here, I get a definite feeling of like, I'm home. Like repeat offender.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm comfort now. Like I got this because I know where I am. Rich, one of the owners, said that he was frisking a guy in here, my favorite story. Frisking a guy in here, got to the ankles, the guy farted in his face, like bad. Farted in his face, bad. So he, in one fell swoop, walked in, grabbed the mattress and the cot and any blankets and just walked out. He said all night the guy screamed, he thought turkey. Like, it's like, why the fuck is he screaming turkey?
Yeah.
And it's an old term, he was saying turnkey, like,
oh.
Get back here, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's my favorite story because, gobble gobble, gobble gobble. All right, so we shut that. So that's a pretty cool story. Also, I cannot leave without mentioning because he will get upset with me. But this is the first cell phone. Get it? Cell phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would appreciate that.
Oh, that's a good one. It's a cell phone.
So a lot of times I hear that. Good call.
Okay.
Quite a bit. And I don't know if he told you watch your step here. I don't know if anybody showed you, But you have to, when the door's actually locked, you have to still ring the buzzer. To
Yeah.
get out, which is so cool.
I love that
So
door
cool.
for some reason. It's like
Except for
hearing
the
the
fact-
buzzing is just like
The
satisfying.
first time I ever came here, the lights went out and the electricity, and that's electric.
That's nice.
So yeah.
You couldn't get out.
No, and I didn't know. I've never been here. I didn't
Right.
know the front or anything. Really quick, we'll go up to the women's quote unquote.
Would you say?
This was female, and then it got then it turned into interrogation room. My absolute favorite thing. We're gonna have to use the cell phone mic for this one. Did you just shake your
Yeah.
thing in it? That's awesome. Okay, and I quote. Am I on camera?
Yeah.
And I quote. Here for hitting Irving Hall in the mouth. I didn't hit him until he hit me first, so fuck going to court. That's my favorite.
So that's actual written from an inmate.
There's others, but that's my favorite.
That's crazy.
Yep. Becky Johnson is a bitch, I'm sure she is. So, you know, just
Wow.
normal stuff. If you take tracing paper, there's a ton more stuff than we can even see.
That's just crazy that, you know, that's still here.
I know. This is the attic above it's just the attic above the cells.
Okay.
Nothing. She keeps it closed usually for like circulation and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Office. And the cool thing about in here.
Wait, so this is the sheriff's office?
Yep. Yeah. So you have it talks about Dillinger. You have all these documented, so you can use all these names when you're investigating. I love it. It's one of my favorite things.
This is a inmate list, huh?
No, it's sheriffs.
Oh, these are all the sheriffs that were
Yep,
here?
all of them, and the years they served, which is crazy.
I wonder if they have an inmate search here, like an actual list of different inmates.
I think at the Historical Society. So this is obviously the superintendent's living room.
Right.
But we'll go upstairs. So these are not all original, but they are antiques, and there's some cool stuff in here. There's a violin in a case that I like to pull out sometimes.
Well, because I thought the sheriff's room was going to be up here.
These are their bedrooms, like you.
Oh, so this was on the left was the sheriff's room then, or?
Yes.
Okay.
And Dan, this was his room, and he used to get, hello naked lady. He used to get a sheriff standing at the end of his bed.
So he would witness this?
Yes. We got a bunch of crazy shit in here.
No, you're
Do you
screwed.
want to get a different camera?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
So you had a flashlight up there and it slid.
We had three flashlights. We had a black, a red, and a camo.
Okay.
We asked the camo to turn on, and instead it went like this.
Slid down.
Not rolled, slid.
So this ain't the first poltergeist activity here then, because
Oh no.
the guy that was here that met us
Chris
told.
Ball.
Yeah, he told us that him and his wife had an experience here with that door slamming
Yep.
shut.
Yep, this one does, and this one opens. You can go into the attic if you want. It's incredibly hot, but just be careful. Be careful because the floor once you're up is not the greatest. It's kind of like Malvern attic. It was mostly like grandchildren that played. There is a noose. It's not real. It's just there for fun.
Okay.
But you're welcome to go up. It's super hot, but there is child activity for sure.
Up there?
Up there, yeah. And they used to have cats and they'd go on vacation and come home and their cats would be locked in the attic. Weird. Why? It's random.
Now this was.
This was Rich's room, so Dan and Rich, but they both were, it was like sheriff's room and their kids' room, or like
Okay.
any of the sheriff's family was housed in these two. But this was Rich's room. Rich and Dan are twins, they own these properties, and this is Rich's room.
Okay.
Let's do dungeon.
All right.
Nothing except to stay in the safe room, which is fine.
Okay.
That's fine. I mean, I dragged him with me because I had to, so fine. You can watch TV, do whatever. We had a camera in the basement, like a baby monitor. All of a sudden, I heard, like, there's a room that I'll show you with a ton of evidence.
Okay.
It sounded like somebody, not evidence, what's it called? Like, there's like bats and bottles and
Okay.
stuff.
It's like, oh,
So,
yeah.
It sounded like somebody took their hand on one side and like threw all that on the floor. Like it was that loud of a crash. And we had heard kids we heard kids playing outside earlier, so I had swore they probably broke in the window downstairs or something. So I actually made him go into the bathroom, lock himself in. I said, "Do not come out." I made Rob get his gun.
Okay.
And I was that sure that somebody broke in, and there was nothing.
And there was nobody down there.
Nothing. Nobody down there. Nothing broken.
Wow.
Nothing. It was the most intense. Like I've been just because I feared for him.
In this location.
And you were
In this
responsible for
location.
your.
I was responsible for him, and I was sure somebody was breaking in. So I like fiercely shoved him in the bathroom. So now he doesn't come with me anymore. But
He's like, it ain't happening, Captain. You done freaked me out enough.
Yep. Used on like some are labeled, which is really cool. Like found behind whatever. I don't know. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that.
So these were like evidence, or?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's some tagged. That one has it.
That's crazy.
And then this, I just noticed. So when I bring younger kids down here, like this opens a lot. There's
Sorry.
also,
No,
like
it's
there's
kinda good
bottles
anyway.
and stuff, CBs. But what I noticed last time was that it was an ammo, reserve ammo. But it's funny because it says, if you're a regular, keep out of the reserve ammo because you have your own.
Right.
So like for me, it just proves the authenticity. that
Right.
It was like reserve ammo.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody have well, you'll probably need a light and watch your stuff. Here. So this begins the dungeon.
Yeah,
It was
I
pretty
know.
sectioned off.
Me too.
So there was, spaces where you could close the doors. These are actually the women's cell doors of the cells we saw upstairs. Which is really cool. This door we opened for air sometimes. Okay, so watch your step. This was obviously a room they could close off as well.
Okay.
The shackles aren't original, but there were obviously shackles there. I've slept here. I've slept here. Did you guys go back here yet?
Yeah, we went all the way back there.
All right. Well, do you want to show your? I mean, you can go then if you.
The only thing that me and Zach were questioning, and I think I kind of came up with a source behind it, was the cogwheels that were rotating down there. I believe those rotated and opened the cell doors.
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So it wasn't anything. Everybody thinks it's like weird and nope, nothing strange. Just how the cells open.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And those are like hydraulic
I have no.
pipe
I do
lines.
not understand this. I don't know what this is. I don't know.
Maybe it was where the septic area was.
It's weird.
Because there's a pipe there, so maybe that was where they kept the septic tanks and stuff.
I don't know. It's just a feeling I have. But when you walk back that way, I feel like this kept going.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it just. I want to keep walking straight.
Yeah,
I don't know
we felt
why.
that too earlier.
Anyway, so this goes to the end, obviously, and it goes to that other room, but it's all limestone, so you do get a lot of activity. When I sleep down here, I mostly just get fucking dirty, but
Yeah.
you hear footsteps and stuff, but
Is that it?
yeah.
You could make a dirty joke about it.
Alright guys, so we're in the Squirrel Cage Jail. We're locked in here officially. I'm about to show you guys. That's how dark it is. It's pitch black. If you're in here with us, can you come out here and communicate with us? We have Brooke here. How would you feel about her staying in here by herself tonight?
Can you touch that red light for me? If you want me to stay the night in here with you tonight? Whoever stays over here will be my cellie for the night. Come on, no one wants to bunk with me? I guess not. I'm not their type.
What was that?
My arm.
These are the cells, guys.
please show us some way that you're here? Can you make a noise? Can you touch that pretty red light or even this device in my hand?
We are locked in here, man. Do you hear that whistle?
Birds.
No, that was in here. Can you come out here and communicate with us? We have this red light on the floor here. If you get real close to it, it'll light up a bunch of cool colors and it'll let us know that you're here with us.
Can you come talk to us, please?
Is this the room you said you saw one in? Something?
No, the room. That's not the room I'm staying in. No, the room I'm staying
No,
in.
I'm talking about when we first came in here, when we shut the door there, and we was.
No, it was like something went through like the solitary, like
The one down there?
like through the door.
Yeah, because that's the. Remember, she said that was what, the detox room? So you.
Something went through like the wall there.
When I turned the laser grid on, huh?
Oh, the laser grid? That was from this one right here.
What'd you see?
I don't know, it was like something just skittered in there. Like, not skittered, like crawling, but went very quickly and hid in there.
We're gonna move this REM pod into that cell. The one back here. Is there something bad in there?
Can you touch that red light if you think there's a reason I should be worried to stay in that cell tonight? Are you just gonna ghost us?
Maybe we should go back this way. Towards the cage.
Give him some space.
And give him some space is what I'm thinking. Oh wow, this is weird trying to walk like this. Because you don't realize how close you are to the actual cage. Alright, we left that light down there for you. If you walk near that or get close to that, it'll light up different colors and it won't hurt you, but it'll let us know that you're here with us. Yeah, let's try EVP real quick. What I have in my hand here is a little device, and if you speak loud enough into it, we'll be able to hear you when we play it back. Okay, and we're recording. The name Austin and Randy came through to us earlier. Are you here with us?
And don't forget Jude.
Is there something in the cell that Brooke's about to sleep in that she should be worried about? Is there a man in there that likes to hurt women? If you like to choke women and scare women, you're a coward. We're going to play that real quick.
We're recording. The name Austin and Randy came through to us earlier. Are you here with us? Don't forget Jude. Is there something in the cell that Brooke's about to sleep in that she should be worried about?
What was that?
That's a good question.
What's that girl's name? That sounded like a woman. No, the one that killed her baby.
That just said Jude.
It just said Jude again. Is that the girl's name?
I don't know the last name.
What did she do? What did the woman that was here do to her baby? Monster.
Did that say
Yeah, it was in jail monster.
I just said the same thing again. Can you tell me who you are?
Daniel?
Yep.
Adam? Inside.
Should I be afraid of sleeping in that cell tonight?
Yeah. He's in there. Brooke. Why should she be afraid of sleeping in there? I keep hearing, okay, I keep hearing it say he's inside. Demon. Is he a bad man?
Is he a man at all? Thug.
Thug. What was he in jail here for? Thug. Keep saying thug. And then that just makes... I'm right by you.
I said, are you present?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what year it is?
$223. Did that just say Nathan?
I didn't hear that.
I heard it say ready for you. Who hugged me earlier? Who hugged me? Can you say the name? It just said lay down.
It did.
In like a not friendly voice.
It did. What's the name of the man that hugged her? Is there somebody in here that wishes harm on Brooke?
Yes.
Yes.
Who?
That didn't sound good.
Nope.
Do you guys get that smell? Do you smell that?
Burning?
That, and it's like a moldy, like,
Musty, moldy,
yeah, like a,
dingy.
that's just a demon again.
Is something going to try and harm me tonight? Kill you.
Well, it did put its hand. She said in the interview that it put its hand over that girl's mouth and had her screaming in the middle of the night.
And we're live.
Lockdown. It's time for lockdown. Who's all still out? We're shutting everything down. Time to go on lockdown. So Zach is using the trigger object. He's tapping the cell bars with his flashlight. Time for lockdown. I can't make it out. He's got a blinking through it. Say, get back. Roll back. Something like that. Something back. Is there anybody still up? No. It's time for lockdown. Lockdown. If you're not in your cells, you're gonna be up in there a little bit extra time. No, please. Are there any spirits that want to come out and talk to us tonight? What was the name of that? He was real famous. He was locked in a cell here. That's a good time reading. Are there any murderers with us tonight? I just saw a shadow. Over by the squirrel cage. Get in your cell. We're coming in. So if there's any spirits that want to communicate with us, any inmates, can you touch that red light that's in there and make it light up for me to let me know you're in your cell? Alright, well I guess we're coming in. I just charged this in my sleeping time. Lockdown, lockdown! Is there any spirits in here that want to communicate with us? Charged with my speaker for the spirit box, and it's already dead. Who's the man that's inside this cell? Why do you like hurting women? You hear the static? like come and do it. Can you step forward? If you're in the hallway, come back in here. Because they played with the lights left, and then we talked about the baby,
Wow.
and it laughed at us. What's the name of the woman that did it? What's your name? I'm sorry. Did my best. Were you going through postpartum depression or something? Did you hear that downstairs? So we just heard a loud bang downstairs. Up here is way more freakier than downstairs in that jail cell.
Okay, differ.
What do you mean? That jail cell? Well, I feel like it impacted you because you're a woman, but up here is like different.
It's because it's the woman's area.
Up here, yeah.
Down there is like a man's world, up here is a woman's world. Did you find it funny what you did?
Yes, I did.
Very.
If you're in here with us, can you touch the red light on the floor to let us know again that you're still here? It just verified it too, confirmed through voice she's with you. No, I want to see it on that. I want to see you touch that and verify it that way, that you're with us right now.
We're gonna have to do a pat down and search you for any paraphernalia.
If you want us to leave this cell, can you do something like shut a door or throw something to let us know? Can you tap on a wall? Or just say, get out. I feel like there's that, whatever that is, and a woman up here. But he's up here too.
It feels like it's something from downstairs.
Yeah. Something dark, right?
Is that entity that hurts women up here? Does it follow us?
Can you touch the red light and let us know that you're here? Here.
Here, your mom.
Possessive.
What possess it?
So is it either possessive or possessive?
Are you at peace right now?
She's a bitch.
Yeah, she's a bitch. Yeah.
Who is weird?
To your left again.
Well, I thought I saw a light earlier in that mirror.
Are you coming through the mirror?
Is the mirror a portal?
You hear a woman's voice come through you?
Yeah.
You heard that?
Yeah.
She said, I can hear you guys. I think that's what it said. I can hear you guys through that. Are you traveling in and out of the mirror? Yeah, very faintly. You can hear it. What?
That wasn't my own face. I saw it.
You did
My eyes just went completely white.
you did a scrying session?
Not on purpose. Not on purpose. But my eyes just went completely white.
I think she's traveling through the mirror. Like this is how she's getting in and out. Can you talk to me one more time? Can you tell me that you're here?
Are you trying to enter my body?
I like you.
You like me?
So it's coming through very faint. Notice when they get closer.
I wonder if I put the neck over.
Hey,
Are you wanting me to look in the mirror again?
I shot this up here too. If you can get close to this and make it light up cool colors, that'd be nice. Can you come through and communicate with us now? Why did you kill your baby?
Here, I will turn my device back on again. I'll put it over here. Keep on looking. He's here. Who is here? I just said that B name again. Do you want me to keep looking? Do you want me to keep looking in the mirror? Did you hurt your child? just said beat the out of me. Who beat you?
I don't like it.
Do you even make you uncomfortable? In the mirror. Face here.
Just be careful.
Are you hurting?
What? It sounds like that she was crying.
I can see your face in mine, and I can see how much pain you're in.
Your face looks different in the mirror. What?
Like my nose looks longer.
On camera, it's longer. And your eyes are weird. Bright white, like you said they were. Now they're black.
Who is trying to speak to us? Grandpa.
And the executive hearing stuff down there.
Do you want the REM pod back up on this desk?
I keep hearing stuff down there.
Same here.
Who is in the mirror?
Alright, Berg.
Rolling.
What's wrong with Stairways?
Perfect. Now, we're going to leave this up here. Feel free to... We would really like it if you would shut this door. Open it, close it. We want to see you move this door.
That light is awesome.
That iron light?
Yes.
Alright guys, come on. Go.
reminded you of that, but no.
Alright guys, so it's getting late. We tried to get some REM pod activity, which we did over where the woman's area was, which is upstairs. One thing's for sure, we got a lot of voices, and especially the laugh, right? That laugh was insane, dude. So this is Host Ghost. We're signing out here at Blackford County Jail. And like I said, if you guys want to visit this place, all you got to do is go to Helping Hands Paranormal Facebook page and hit up Melissa. But as of right now, we're going to go ahead and close out this investigation and get us some rest and head home.